Hey you guys, it's Shonda from Dusty Beauty Designs. We're doing something new today, so I'm going to be bleaching a shirt. I used some foam board and just a little piece of plastic wrap on the bottom just so the bleach didn't go in. And then I used a plate from my kitchen and cut out just a piece of vinyl, and that's what I'm going to use as my template. Now, I did see a really fun girl over on YouTube, Simply Sally, and this is where I got the idea to just use some plain flour, y'all, and that's what I went around my surface with, my circle right there, so I can create that bleached out look to put my design on. So next I used a synthetic brush. You don't want to use a real haired bristled brush. And I'm just going to paint on the bleach inside the circle to create that, the bleached out look that everyone's been doing. Again, I've never done this, so it's not perfect, but I thought it turns out super, super cute.
Every night I fall deep, but love, yeah. 'Cause you really get me, make me fall to my knees. Every night I fall deep, but love. Wait a minute, don't you leave before I get to kiss you. Wait a minute.
So as soon as I'm finished with all the bleaching technique parts of it, and you will see in just a moment what I finished with, I actually used like a little mist sprayer, and then I flicked the brush and gave the bigger spots of bleach. I actually let mine dry in the sun. It was a couple hours actually that it dried, so that's actually how I finished. Here you can see I'm actually just dabbing on the bleach all over to create the bigger spots. I also turned it over. You won't see that in the video, but I also turned it over and kind of did the same thing. I didn't want a ton on the back. Again, I was new at this, so I was like, ugh. And then when it's finished drying, I actually sprayed it with peroxide so that the bleaching process would stop. But this is bleach right here that I'm spraying, and it's a fine mist bleach. So this is how it turns out. So cute. So y'all, then I'm using my inking mat. This is just a sticky plastic mat that you can get in my store, and you put it between the layers of your t-shirt or whatever fabric you're using. And because the one side's sticky, it takes out all of your wrinkles and anything like that and holds the material really still, and it doesn't move around. And again, all the wrinkles are gone. But y'all, I thought that kind of looked like the moon. I don't know, it was really kind of cool. I thought about, wait a minute, do I want to do a Halloween theme? But I had already went with this idea, so I decided to go with it. And here I'm just going to press out all the little wrinkles, and y'all, that mat is amazing. See, it just holds it really tight, but doesn't that look like the moon? Super cool. This was a navy blue shirt. So I decided to use my candy apple colored ink, and this is our permanent Chalkology ink. So once it's heat set, it is permanent. So be careful if you're working with it. And y'all, queen of everything transfer. Is that not the cutest? I haven't used it yet, so I was like, okay, this is perfect. And one of my little letters wouldn't fit completely, but that was okay. I made everything. I mean, when you're making a design like this, it doesn't really have to be perfect. So here we go. So when you're inking, and I'm just going to use a squeegee here, when you are inking on fabrics, try to go in one direction. I went, see here, I'm going a separate direction. Don't do that. Do as I say and don't do as I do. Just kidding. But yeah, it makes it better. Not really better, but you have less chance of your ink bleeding if you just go in one direction. So try to go in one direction, whatever that direction is, from top to bottom, side to side, whatever you need to do. Okay, so when you get finished, just put your excess back in your jar. It doesn't take much, y'all. And then go over again one direction and get all your excess off. Y'all, this is a really easy way to create your own designs. One-of-a-kind shirts, pretty cool. So then I take an iron. That's how I heat set mine. You can use your heat press or whatever you want to use, but I just use a regular iron, and I do 3 minutes parchment paper, and then you iron on top of the parchment paper. 3 minutes on one side, flip it inside out, and do the same process again on the inside of the material, and then it's heat set. Or you could use a heat press on the setting that is needed. But y'all, look how stinking cute it turns out. Everyone needs a shirt that says Queen of Everything, right? So comment Queen, and I will send you supply list.